All right. Hi, everybody. My name is John, and today we'll be going over the college campus wireless network design. We're going to go through the physical layout of the network, as well as what we propose for the network design. We'll go through the cost analysis breakdown for the equipment needed for the network, and then finish it up with a plan for testing the wireless network and what's recommended and what we'll need to conduct those tests. So to start, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the physical layout of the network. As you can see here, it's a little blurry, but the final presentation will be in the documentation submitted later. But to kind of break through this is going to be your administrative building. This is where your server is housed. Internet's going to come in and it's going to route through this server where we will have the network, the wireless access control network system running. No need for any type of upgraded hardware there. The hardware that's already in place will be sufficient. This will then push out to all of the access points throughout the campus. Over here, we show the dorm rooms. The dorm rooms, we broke it down with two in each dorm room. This is actually going to be 2 per floor. And it's really going to be based on coverage, representing this way 1 access point on each side of the building. Should cover the entire floor with signal strength. If the dorms are bigger or smaller, we can always add or reduce the amount of access points needed. Moving over to this side, this is going to be the classrooms. It's going to be the same basic principle, represented with 2 access points. Based on the size of the room, we'll determine how many access points are truly needed within inside the classroom. It could be 1, it could be more based on classroom size. The administrative building will also have wireless access points throughout the building based on needs and size requirements. One thing I wanted to go over while we're looking here at the diagram, we are going to actually break out the network into 3 different VLANs. These 3 different networks, in essence, are a security layer, and this is how we're going to be able to protect a lot of that data in accordance to the federal guidelines. The first network is going to be the main network. This is where all students and staff can connect with, bring your own devices, laptops, phones, things of that nature. They will mostly be here in the dorm room, but it will be campus-wide. Everything here done will be going through the system, and there will be no access to any type of sensitive data held on databases unless they go through a portal system to get there. The second network is going to be the administrative network. Students will not have access to this. This will be for staff, employees, and administrators only. This is where you are going to be able to have access to your databases and any type of secure student files. So this network will be isolated away from the others and will hold a higher security level. Finally, there will be a third network. This is going to be for the IP phones and maintenance staff. There will be no additional traffic on it. It's not a public Wi-Fi by any means. This is just for in case of emergencies if staff need the IP phones, and then the maintenance to continuously update their support tickets or anything of that nature. Moving on. So we are recommending using the Unify AC EDU access point. This access point connects directly to the control center Unify network controller that will be running on your server. These are what's going to be designated and deployed throughout the campus. They do support 3 different networks upon the 1 device. So that makes it helpful for what we are trying to deploy. Another thing that they have is they do have a high quality sound with voice reproduction for a PA system. This is something that college campuses enjoy. This is also could be used for emergency situations or announcements, and it's built into the wireless access point. And all of this can be managed through the Unified Network Controller. It can be managed through the cloud or locally on the server based on your network admin's preference. Going into the devices, we've got the IP phones. The SNMOM 3098 is what we're going to recommend for that. These are wireless access phones. They charge on a base, but they can be used throughout the network. And they will have a fairly good range with about 100 hours worth of battery on each device. This will be ideal for any type of emergency situation that the teachers will need. And we recommend about having 20 of these on site for any given situation. For the maintenance staff, we're going to go with the iPads. We actually recommended using a 32 gig iPad with cellular data. The reason why we recommended this is because the maintenance staff is going to be moving throughout the buildings and on and off campus and could be working in areas on campus but are so distant from an access point that they still will need to be able to update their ticketing system. That cellular data is going to be able to really help out with that. So that's why we wanted to go into the iPad system with the cellular data to be able to accomplish that. So here's a breakdown of what the cost analysis is going to be. The Unify AC EDUs, they come in 4-packs, priced at $1,540 per 4-pack. I recommend a total of 20 of the 4-packs, bringing us out to $30,800. As far as the total cost, that provides us with 80 wireless access points. Based on the amount of users that each access point can handle, which is approximately 257, this will accommodate us all the way up to 20,560 concurrent users if all of these were deployed. Based on the national average, college campuses range anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000, so we went ahead and projected the total cost with the highest in mind, as well as additional access points for backup use. The IP phones, we recommended having 20. Don't see that many being used at one time, but again, we can have backups and we can have multiple phones in different areas for teachers to be able to get a hold of. $119 a piece comes out to $2,380. The iPads for the maintenance, again, we quantity priced it at 20. Each iPad for education customers are $439 a piece, giving us a total of $8,780, excuse me. This brings our total cost to $41,960 for devices needed for the design that we're proposing. And that will cover everything needed in regards to the hardware for the network. Moving on, we're going to kind of move into our plan for testing the network. After everything has been put in place, and even while deploying, we will be doing testing. Wanted to go over using Wireless NetView. Wireless NetView is a scanner. One of the big things about this is the signal strength. It will give us a percentage of signal strength based on vicinity to the access point and let us know which access point we're connected to. This is going to be important when we're deploying throughout the network and throughout the campus, because we're going to be able to make sure that students have good quality access no matter where they're going to be. So that way we can guarantee coverage throughout the campus. We'll conduct these tests as we deploy and just move forward, making sure we get guaranteed coverage. Kismet is what we'll be using for the security side of the testing, and this will be after the network is deployed and continuously used by your IT staff as a means of monitoring. What this is going to do is this is actually going to show the access point and devices connected to it, giving us a breakdown of all of those devices. We will be able to see if there's any type of rogue access point on the network and be able to go by signal strength and locate that rogue device and shut it down. Finally, in regards to the federal regulations that are stipulated for colleges based on the data that are held there, I do recommend having a pen testing team come in after the full deployment is complete. Having this team come in will allow a third party, a non-biased party, to come through and make sure everything meets standards. They will give us a list of vulnerabilities that they discovered and allow us the ability to update ourselves based on whatever vulnerabilities are found and get ourselves up to the standards that need to be met. This is going to be probably a very crucial step, and I would recommend it. Again, it's going to be completely up to the campus on whether they choose to go this route, but it would be extremely useful in what needs to be done for the finalization of this deployment. And with that, I want to say thank you for listening, and I hope that I was able to cover all of the needs you're looking for, and I hope that we can communicate further in the future about getting this deployment ready to go and push out into your campus. Have a good day.